Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and today we've got a first round matchup here in Division B East. The number 1 seed Start Slow Then Taper Off taking on the number 8 seed Shut Up and Rage. Everyone's here. I'll say caster ready. We will get started in just a moment. While we've got a moment, don't forget, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, check out everything here, youtube.com/@crushcasts. And given the recent announcement by Twitch that they're going to allow some multi-streaming, maybe I just simultaneously stream over there. So if you're used to being on Twitch, first of all, thank you for coming here and onto YouTube and checking out these streams, checking out these videos. But maybe you'll see me just kind of simulcast over there too. So you can just, whichever platform you like, you can check it out. I'm hoping that, you know, they don't renege on that. Everything goes fine. I'm able to stream to both platforms at the same time without any hiccups. But I think we're gonna try it. I think we're gonna see how it goes. That's kind of the future of content. Is just be wherever you're at, and maybe all these players will stop just trying to pull people to their specific platform and go, you know what, host here, we'll get our ad dollars and let the consumer choose. I hope that's the way it goes. I hope that's how it is. Players are ready. I've gone for long enough. Let's go to the map select. Let you know the state of the series here. Volskaya Foundry, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Infernal Shrines, and Garden of Terror are your banned maps today. And Shut Up and Rage is taking us to Praxis Holdout, not Outpost, for game number 1. Let's get to the draft. It's draft time. Waiting for players. Blue band. There we go. Alrighty. As I do recall, as I did cast these teams during the regular season, they did go to Praxis Holdout in game number 1 the first time they met, and they did mention so in the coin flip phase. So we will see if these teams are going to, you know, they've been cooking up on some different strategies. They're trying stuff out as we see a Tychus first ban, followed up quickly by the Johanna. Are we going to see Cho'Gall? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. It's Cho'Gall time. Watch this be a Leoric ban. And then they're going to first pick Cho'Gall. Boom! Never expected. You think you're going to get one hero? 2 get dropped on you. It's in the it's in the patch notes. Go read them. Cho'Gall is now first pickable. What? Stukov, the next to be banned out here by Start Slow Then Taper Off. Terrifying duo removed here in the Tychus Stukov. Shut Up and Rage looking at their next ban. No offlaners banned so far. They could keep removing tanks. Yeah, they're going to get rid of a Nubarak here. With Tychus already gone, I'd say Diablo is first pickable if you want it, but Brightwing is also pretty tough to pass on. You could also do something like a Junkrat. Just take the Hogger. They're going to go for Anduin here. Arlu locking that in. That does make me wonder if they're going to go for an early Genji off the top here. Shut Up and Rage, they could steal it if they have a Genji player. Huckett opts for the Brightwing, as it is still up. What do you pair with this? I would love to see them just rip Genji. Ricky is going to go for the Varian, though, getting their tank of choice as they'd already had 2 banned away. Fenrir opting for Orphea here. Definitely no stranger to Orphea. Xenochrist goes for ETC, so they've got their triad locked in. I see the call for Kitty in the chat. They're around here somewhere. I'm sure they'll visit at some point. Shut Up and Rage. They're seeing Anduin, Orphea, ETC. Might be time to start banning out those offlaners unless there's a flex they really don't want to see, like, say, a Genji. What have we got here from Shut Up and Rage? Gonna ban Urels, focusing on the offlane here. Blaze Hogger still up. Those are the 2 we tend to see up top. Although with Brightwing on the side of Shut Up and Rage, they can take a more aggressive offlaner, a little more damage-oriented, and then just have Brightwing come in and get some picks. I'll have to see how they set this up. Start slow, then taper off. What do we ban away here? Kel'Thuzad being removed, so just getting rid of the fringe possibilities. Kel'Thuzad does tend to crop up on Brax's holdout just because you're 4v4ing so much. It's pretty easy to get those early stacks. A lot of opportunities. MDC does take that Hogger as it's made it to the latter half of the draft. Top Gun going for Vala here. So just taking strong picks in all their respective positions. Start slow, then taper off. Well, if they're going to rip Genji, now's the time. Let's see. I wonder if they're going to go Dahaka here. Just to try to possibly mess with the bottom 4v4. What are we thinking? Blaze Sylvanas here for 0-day attack and Real Big Dill. Sylvanas Orphea going to be the damage duo. Solid setup. Beachy Man last pick. Need some flex here for Shut Up and Rage. Urel's already gone. I could see just something like Hanzo or Chromie, just something far in the back to go get some poke damage. Or go completely the opposite direction. They're going to go big aggro time with the Kerrigan. Cool strat. What's up, everyone in the chat? Nehemias, Goon, Vela, Taco, Rock is here. Braxis is an interesting map. I do agree that not enough people come here. I think it's a map that there's a lot of varying options on, so I'm interested to see how our teams come together here. Here we go! Game number 1. On the left in the blue of this playoff matchup, it is start slow, then taper off. Real Big Dill on the Sylvanas, Arlu playing Anduin, Fenrir on the Orphea, 0-day attack on Blaze, and Xenochrist on the ETC. On the right in the red, we have Shut Up and Rage, Bricky on Varian, Top Gun playing Vala, Huckett is on Brightwing, Beachy Man on the Kerrigan, and MDC is playing the Hogger. Blaze coming on down to the bottom lane first is going to be spotted, I believe, by Varian. So they're going for a very quick pick here. Xenochrist waiting for someone to step up. Top Gun is going to be the one to discover 0-day attack. Not going to slide into tower range. 0-day attack goes for it anyway. There's a pull onto the gate. Nice root follow-up, though, from Arlu. And the gank has been thwarted here by Shut Up and Rage. On the top side, MDC just goes, you know, alright. We'll whack away here. All good. Another gank attempt on the bottom side. Beachy Man, nice pull there onto Xenochrist. Pulling ETC out of position. We got ETC, we got Beachy Man, we got MDC, we got 0-day. I don't know, we'll just keep on doing the triples tap on the single syllables. Nice slide there from Xenochrist. Ooh, just barely not stunned there, Bo, by Kerrigan. Fireworks early here on Braxis Holdout. Checking in on our level 1 talents, we see Orphea has already finished that level 1 Growing Nightmare. Unbelievable. Root there onto 2. Bricky moves out. Still without that level 4 transformative talent. But tanking the best they can nonetheless. Vala stacking Qs here on level 1. 5 so far. A start slow, then taper off. Going to control the bottom beacon for the meantime. Slide forward by Xenochrist, bumps onto Huckett. Bricky's going to counter-engage here onto Fenrir. Oh, they do get the Orphea. Didn't quite get the pull stun, but still enough damage there from Beachy Man to lock in first blood for Shut Up and Rage. So that's going to mean a channel here. Blaze had to go back and tap, so Hogger controlling the top side. Shut Up and Rage getting some good beacon progress. While Orphea makes their way back. Taunt is now ready for Bricky. Going out onto Xenochrist first. Nice root follow-up, but Huckett has the cleanse. Double stun from Beachy Man, but Bricky is getting rocked there. by Fenrir. Augur controlling the top lane once again, which means the beacons are moving. Xenochrist sliding in very aggressively. Gonna get taunted. Arlu, a nice pull. Beachy Man has been just slightly off with these pull attempts. Gonna be looking to zero in on those as the game goes on. Classic Blaze Augur matchup continues here on the bottom, or on the top side, I should say. As Kerrigan goes back for some mana. Scrapping continues here. I was expecting Brightwing to have to aid the top lane a little bit more, but Augur has been, speaking of, Augur nearly going down. I was going to say, Augur seems to be doing just fine 1v1 up there. Charge Taunt goes out, quick cleanse there from Arlu. Xenochrist pretty low on mana, not really able to go in, and this looks like it's going to be Shut Up and Rage picking up our first objective here, as Augur has Blaze pushed out. Zergwave will be going through the top lane here for Shut Up and Rage. So we'll see if there's going to be a rotation. Brightwing already coming up to the top side to help out Augur. So now the team's coming across the top here. Bricky moving aggressively. I don't think Bricky and Arlu saw each other. There's a charge, but a nice taunt from Bricky is delayed by the charge of Blaze. Top is being defended, still the Guardian splashing onto the fort. Xenochrist coming around the outside, nice slide onto 2. Blaze had to go back to base there. Solid top lane push, got the wall down, little chunk out of the fort. Shut Up and Rage off to a great start. Varian, ooh, they're watching. I don't know if that vision radius was enough for Xenochrist to see them. Definitely sees them now. There's a slide coming out. It's a gank-on-gank situation. Fenrir, though, is going to be the one caught on the low side, as Beachy Man was moving aggressively. Now Shut Up and Rage continues to push that momentum, and they're going to get this steal on the Bruiser camp. Uh-oh. Possibly caught out of range here. Start slow then taper off. Xenochrist, nice peels on the front. But this fort is in big trouble now. Blaze and Kerrigan working on the bottom side. Trying to keep an eye on that as Xenochrist taunted on the front. This fort still firing on MDC. Blaze really working hard there versus Kerrigan in the bottom, looking for an opportunity to go check on him. That bottom wall is down, because that mini Zerg wave probably got some work done while everyone was in the top lane. All in all, experience is pretty close here. If we take a look, minions are pretty close, passives are basically the same. It's just those hero kills and one mercenary camp separating the teams right now. Shut Up and Rage really wanting to work down this fort if possible, but not wanting to overcommit. They do back up safely. Beachy Man just holding things down for the moment. Charge Taunt goes out. Polymorph hits as well. Gonna need a pull from Arlu. Xenochrist escapes. Ooh, big flank coming on through. 0-day attack wants a stun. I don't think that hit Huckett, but the slide from ETC definitely did, and Brightwing will fall. Nice job by Start Slow Then Taper Off. Beacon progress now commences. Bricky trying to step up, but without Brightwing it is difficult to start a fight here. Ten's very close for both teams. Brightwing is back. Still a sliver of health on this fort. Could be just engaging on through it. 26 stacks here for Vala on that Hungering Arrow, as 10s are now in. We've got the Emerald Wind here for Brightwing. Summon Ultralisk, Shockwave, Shield Wall, and the Rain of Vengeance. Zero Day Attack having to get out of trouble there. As Shut Up and Rage, still with the 10 advantage, are going to start the beacon progress. Tens are now in for Start Slow Then Taper Off. We've got Mind Control, Crushing Jaws. Light Bomb comes on out. Xenochrist gets a stun onto 2, but is pushed away by the Emerald Wind, and ETC will fall. Real Big Deal trying to trade here onto Huckett. Gets the Shadow Dagger. I don't know if we've got the escape, though. There's the pull. And that'll be a takedown. 2 there, plus the Fort and the Zerg Wave for Shut Up and Rage. As they look to clear up the mini wave on the top side, while Augur pushes with the big one in the bottom lane. Full Zerg wave pressure here onto the fort. Everyone trying to clear it away, but I think there might just be too much pressure here. MDC seeing if there's going to be a rotation from the team. Top Gun in the area as well as the fort goes down. Start Slow Then Taper Off. Starting to feel a little bit more behind here with the structures down and the level lead. Are we going to see a quick boss attempt? Looks like no. Start Slow Then Taper Off are in the area. Team's just deciding to do camps on their own side of the map this time. Just checking here, checking the edges. Xenochrist gonna stay in a scouting position. So everyone just gets their own camps. Shut Up and Rage has got a double camp. Double camp? No, just the single. Pushing down here. Ooh, Xenochrist coming across. Bricky is gonna get stunned there. ETC trying to slide through. There's the Mind Control. Light Bomb comes out as well. Brightwing with a big heal to one of the front. Huckett in big trouble. Has to use the Emerald Wind to escape. Blaze, uh-oh. Popped the bunker, but now the rest of the team can't move forward. Zero Day Attack goes right back in there. Not very much mana to follow up with, though. Pull onto Xenochrist as BG Man trying to get a pick, but good heals from Arlu. No one going down in that scuffle. Bottom lane Bruiser Camp still pushing. Top lane is about to be taken away here. Is that Raven still ticking about? Despite the aggression here, and only 5 takedowns so far. Definitely some solid defensive play on both sides as well. Bricky scouting this rotation. Xenochrist, taking the aggressive route. Bricky gonna hold there for a moment to get the rest of the team. Kerrigan combo is on point that time. ETC goes down. We see the boss ripped now. Looks like yes. Shut Up and Rage. Gonna give it a go here. Zero Day Attack and crew. They're not gonna let this go through for free. They're gonna try to get this 4v5. Augur controlling the point. Shut Up and Rage. Looks like they're not 100% on this, trying to keep their position here on the right. They don't want to get this chain boss. What a combo there. Blaze is going to go down. Point is picked up by Shut Up and Rage, as well as Anduin falling. Fenrir next to go down. That's a triple takedown plus the boss. And this could be top keep here for Shut Up and Rage, as they are on a tear here in game number 1. Beacon progress going as well. Start Slow Then Taper Off seem to have been caught off guard here by this playstyle from Shut Up and Rage. We're going to have Zergwave pushing the top as well, assuming it does go through. It looks like ETC is trying to push up and stop that beacon progress for the meantime, because this keep is definitely going down. ETC is going to halt things. Solid choice there, but now we've got a 3-level lead for Shut Up and Rage right now. They can find a pick. They might be able to just keep going through. Zero Day Attack with a quick stun. Huckett has the cleanse. Xenochrist moves up there. They find Bricky, getting pretty low there. Charge Taunt as the Emerald Wind is enough peel there for Shut Up and Rage. Nice job by Huckett. 13s are in for Start Slow Then Taper Off if they want to try to take another fight here. They've got a brief window for their uneven talent tiers. Looks like they were going to try to find them on the bottom side, but Shut Up and Rage doesn't rush the bottom beacon. Bricky wanted to move in there, but the retreat ping came on out. For them, they definitely want to be waiting until level 16 if they can. Moving in aggressively. Zero-day attack is going to get stun onto the front line. Light Bomb comes on out. Chain stuns onto MDC. This is trouble here for Shut Up and Rage. Can they turn this fight around? They don't have their 16s yet. Fenrir pushed away as MDC is in the back. They're trying to get zero-day attack. The pull is not in time. Wow, nice job there. Start slow then taper off. Absolutely the right play to go and try to take a fight. Just weren't able to get the pick that they were looking for, and now they're down level 16s. Beacon progress is going to be activated, and this is a really dire situation for the blue team. Bruiser Camp going to be pushing the opposite lane as our big Zerg wave is coming on down the top. Shut Up and Rage wants this to be the end. Start slow then taper off are back to full strength here, but it's going to take an extremely precise defense to not have this game end right here. Banelings roll forward. Going to be intercepted there. Xenochrist sliding right in there is going to get just global down. Just didn't get enough people with that slide. Was going for the miracle mosh, but unfortunately didn't quite catch them all. 2 takedowns and more here as the bunker is committed. GG called in the chat as the Zerg wave collapses. Shut Up and Rage with a fantastic performance here on Praxis Holdout. They're going to take the victory here and go up 1-0 in this playoff series. Very well done. GG. Eighth seed Shut Up and Rage are get the upset here in game number 1. Start slow then taper off is going to need 2 straight wins if they want to move on in the playoffs here. As, yeah, we might have an upset on our hands, or at very least, a very close series. Let's go to the postgame. Checking out the stats in a fairly short game on Praxis Holdout. Fenrir on the Orphea, a little over 46,000 hero damage for Start Slow then Taper Off, just getting ahead of Top Gun on the Vala there for Shut Up and Rage. Only 1 takedown that game for Start Slow then Taper Off. They got Huckett in the top lane in the early going, but on their ensuing attempts, just the level lead and the extra sturdiness of Shut Up and Rage was just a little bit too much. I think if that game goes on longer, Orphea and Sylvanas start to pump out that damage, but just didn't have the opportunity. Super good job there by Shut Up and Rage. Take a look at the talent builds, and then we will prepare for game 2. Alrighty. We are going to our second 2-lane map. Battlefield of Eternity has been chosen by Shut Up and Rage for game number 2. Can they just bum rush down this game as well? It is possible, though slightly, slightly less common to see super short games on Battlefield of Eternity, but it is very possible. See if they've got the goods. Or start slow then taper off. It really did start slow, and then we'll taper up. Can you taper up? Can you taper on? Maybe you can. I'm not sure. Untaper. What's the opposite of taper? Spread? Because tapering is like when you're coming like together, right? Something tapers off. It like narrows on its way to a point. Isn't that what that is? Well, now I gotta look it up. For crying out loud. Taper definition. Diminish or reduce in thickness toward one end. Bang! Got it. More kitty? I've got one back here. It's back here. Let's get to the draft. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got one. Gonna be my draft buddy. Entropy, the opposite of tapering, I suppose. Varian gonna be the ban here from start slow then taper off. Understandable. As Bricky was kind of controlling the matchup there. Entropy, I wouldn't call taper like a movement towards order. It's just a, you know, getting thinner. You want to get down? I'm just trying to get... Johanna still removed here by Shut Up and Rage. Sticking to the plan. We'll see if they want to ban that Anubarak. Oh. Who should they ban, buddy? Says they should ban Greymane. No Tychus once again. We'll see if maybe that Stukov makes it through. Now I'll have cat hair in my nose for the rest of the cast. Ooh, Stukov banned by Shut Up and Rage. Interesting. Does that mean an Anubarak first pick, perhaps? It does. Xenochrist says thank you very much. Go ahead and snipe that. All right. Maybe we see that Vala again here from Shut Up and Rage. We saw in game number 1. We do. Oh my gosh, Krush is so good at calling these drafts. It's like he's paying attention to what's been happening. Beachy Man gonna steal away the Anduin. I don't want to call every pick, because that's just, you know, asking to be wrong at some point. You quit while you're ahead when it comes to predictions. Start slow then taper off, looking to pair alongside this Anubarak. Still no Bruisers banned, so they could potentially wait on that if they wanted to. Oh, zero-day attack, gonna get that Urel early. That was mid-banned in the last game. Fenrir just trades for the Brightwing. Shut Up and Rage. They see a need for damage on the other side. See what they want to remove here. Tychus already gone. Sylvanas was picked last game. They could ban that away, I suppose. They're going to ban that away. God, he's so good. Start slow then taper off. They're looking at Vala. They're looking at Anduin. They could ban Genji just for Genji Anduin, but they don't have a backline yet, so that might be a bit premature. You could bait the Genji pick and then just go, you know, mega aggro. Let's see here. We're gonna ban Garrosh. Okay, Garrosh definitely punishes excessive engagements. And if Xenochrist is wanting to go in aggressively on Anubarak, Garrosh would definitely be a problem. Shut Up and Rage need their next 2. Muradin's still available. They're going to hold their tank till last here as MDC locks the Blaze and Huckett goes for Zul'Jin's double auto attacker into this Anubarak. That's definitely a time you could do it. Urel should be feeling pretty good about that, assuming that Urel goes Dauntless on 1. Start slow then taper off. They need some damage. What are we going to take? Arlu picks that Orphea. Real big deal. Choosing the Greymane. Okay. Greymane. Aggro time. Get into the back. Mess them up. Follow up on the Anubarak. Definitely in line with the rest of the comp. Bricky. On the last pick here. Let's see what we get for a tank. May could be interesting if there's a May player. Oh my god! It's the May for Bricky. Oh, someone call Taco. It's May time. Oh, you know what? I should retire. I I should retire. That's what I should do. Goodness gracious me. All right, team. The drafts are in. Getting ready for the game. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, it is start slow, then taper off. Arlu on the right wing. Xenochrist is playing Anubarak. Real Big Dill is on the gray main. Fenrir playing Orphea. And it is 0-day attack on the Urel. On the right in the red, Shut Up and Rage. 1 win away from moving on. Huckett on the Zul Jin. Top Gun playing Vala. Beachy Man is on the Anduin. Bricky playing May. And MDC is on the Blaze. Vala once again going for those Q stacks on 1. Orphea opting for the Growing Nightmare Dread quest once again. Anubarak going right in. Triple stun there on the front, but now is rooted and in major trouble. Anubarak will go down first. Rel versus Blaze should be a fairly tame matchup. We'll check in on them every once in a while. MDC taking some hits early on, but of course has that self-healing through ignited oil slicks. Xenochrist back in the action here. As the wave clear currently on the side of Shut Up and Rage seems slightly superior. They are stepping up somewhat more aggressively. Bricky waiting for an engage from Xenochrist just to counter-engage. That tends to be the way it goes when you're playing that May. Xenochrist thinking about moving across, but doesn't want to get too far out of position here. On the top side, Urel's actually working on this top camp. MDC maybe thinking Urel's coming to the bottom side here. Fenrir in some trouble, gets a heal from Arlu. Nice dash there from the Shadow Waltz. Urel's gonna take the top camp. Oh, wow. I'm not sure who was doing bottom side camp. It must have been Real Big Dill. I missed that they were doing both camps at the same time. Start slow, then taper off. Manages to snipe both here before the 2-minute mark. Level 4s are in. A little stun there onto May, but the Cryo Freeze is available. Nearly a pop there on the Dread quest. Closing in on 2:30, we'll see our teams retreat back and think about getting their Shaman camp going. Orphea's doing that on the left. Vala's doing that on the right. 0-day attacks, a little bit low on mana, though MDC somewhat low on resources as well. Bonk. Bonk has been called. Shaman camp's going to be taken roughly at the same time here, as our Immortals are spawning in. Things pretty even so far. Coming up to the top, though, looking for something. I thought they were going for a gank, but I guess they're just getting in position to start the burn on this Immortal. Shut Up and Rage instead opting to help out their top camp before moving in for this battle. But that will allow Start Slow then Taper Off time to just kind of come up here and clear it. And clear it they do. BC gets out of trouble. Bricky is in there pretty deep without much mana. Coming across here is Xenochrist, but the 2 damage dealers are on the Immortal right now, so they're just kind of feigning an engage. Top Gun and Huckett trying to burn this down as well, but Start Slow then Taper Off. A solid enough lead to pick up our first objective. They'll be pushing the top lane. Bottom Shaman camp is cleared away as our Immortal prepares to something this land. I can't remember what he said. To me, mortals. That's, you know, we all know that angels and demons in Diablo sound like Dr. Zoidberg. Xenochrist going after the front. Nice double double unstoppable on that double stun there by Bricky. This Immortal gets taken out pretty quickly. Solid defense there from Shut Up and Rage. Ooh, Xenochrist going in there. He's gonna have to hustle that Beetle Booty out of there with the level 4 Shed Exoskeleton. 0-day attack once again, looking to solo the camp. Huckett checking the top side, seeing no one. MDC is going to scout this out, and we'll see it this time. But here comes Start Slow Then Taper Off. They might be looking for MDC. But Xenochrist is spotted across the lane, and Blaze will escape. Shut Up and Rage going to grab the top camp as Start Slow Then Taper Off grabs the bottom one. And we're just kind of, yeah, we're in a rotational hold pattern. Things are pretty even. 0-day attack. We'll see if 0-day attack feels the heat coming. Moving way in there. Gets a stun onto 2. Gonna get stopped there. Jumps the wall. Is there enough to move away? Looks like the Hand of Freedom plus the movement speed on the hammer gets Urel back to safety. And not just that. Start Slow Then Taper Off says, you know what? Thank you very much. We'll just take the top fort while there's a full 5-player gank going on. 0-day attack. Little self-cleanse. Not going to be enough. Urel will fall right before these Immortals spawn. Xenochrist holding the line here. As the Immortals getting ready to come through. I believe we're in defensive positions, if I'm reading my minimap correctly. And I am indeed doing that. Start Slow Then Taper Off. They're just gonna say, you know what, thank you very much, we'll take a wall. Bricky flanking here, but Xenochrist saying, I outflank your flank, and charges in and pushes Mei away. 0-day attack. Well, they're looking at Mei here. 10s aren't online, so we don't have a potential dive yet from Greymane. Xenochrist over the wall is going to get a big body block onto MDC. Blaze still enough health to get away. Start Slow Then Taper Off. Definitely taking the more aggressive line here as they move towards this Immortal. Anubarak has been caught on the top side and will go down. Kind of stunned just as they came out of that burrow charge. So Shut Up and Rage, they have their 10s first. They've got Avalanche, Bunker, Rain of Vengeance, Taz Dingo, and Light Bomb. So now Bricky definitely a threat for that loop around flank. Bricky's thinking about looping around right now. Start Slow Then Taper Off, they've got 10s as well. It's the Ardent Defender, Crushing Jaws, Blink Heal, Go for the Throat, and Cocoon. As we are now in aggressive positions for these Immortals, 0-day attack stepping up here. Try to push away that back line. Orphea thrown into the mix, but the rest of the team not able to follow up. MDC has to pop the bunker as well as the Light Bomb. Ardent Defender here from Urel as the scuffle continues. Zul'jin put into the cocoon, but very quickly broken out here. A lot of ults flying. Both teams trying to reset. There's the go-in from Greymane. Oh, the unkillable is enough to save Huckett there. Only a couple more bits of damage needed. Top Gun trying to get in range. A 0-day attack is going to push in. Oh, it's the stun from the Immortal. It's going to get the takedown onto Mei. Wow. Nice reposition from 0-day attack. Top Gun and Huckett trying to get in range here. Urel guarding well. Top Gun trying to move up. Will finally get those Qs, but may pay for it here. Yeah, Vala will be taken out. Was it worth it? The answer is always yes. Because you're in it for team morale. Maybe you didn't need to vault forward for the second Q, but we will call worth, because that's what we do in Heroes of the Storm. Nonetheless, this Immortal will get taken down fairly quickly without a minion wave. We'll deal a little damage to this top wall. See if it takes out the turret here. Womp. 2 womps. And does take down the wall. Very nicely done, Immortal. This attack has failed. You should try again in approximately 2 to 2.5 minutes. Ooh. Gank attempt here on the 0-day attack. Brightwing coming to help as well. Uh-oh, that could be trouble for Arlu. There's one blink heal, MDC. Gonna find the first stun, 0-day attack, stunned again by the Rain of Vengeance, and there's no ult to be had. It has 5 seconds left on it. Urel goes down. Shut Up and Rage gonna start working on this bottom fort now. Start slow then taper off. Once again, just trying to get value in the top lane. Are gonna steal the Shaman camp. Get a little recompense here versus this push. Fort goes down, members starting to back up as they're trying to sort of do both right now. Some double camp action plus a catapult really working on this wall. But it will be cleared away by Shut Up and Rage. Start slow then taper off. They've got a slight level lead right now, about half a level. As they prepare for the next objective, we'll be in aggressive positions first. They'll have a Shaman camp pushing the bottom lane as these Immortals come on in. Shut Up and Rage do have their 13s. If they want to try to take another fight here, so far ahead in the takedown category. We'll see if they can get what they're looking for. Xenochrist comes across, finds MDC. Bunker immediately used there and traps a Nubarak. The Avalanche not going to catch anyone, and Xenochrist manages to wiggle on out of there. Now 0-day attack in the back line does not get rooted there by Anduin. May put into the cocoon next. MDC with the light bomb, unable to move in with it though. 0-day attack is just working that back line. Bricky caught in the back line of Start Slow then Taper Off. It looks like Urel... The Q is very nearly getting the takedown there, but rerouted itself over to Brightwing. Start slow then taper off. Looking at Hockett. This one's still very close, but Start slow then taper off definitely has the momentum right now. Checking on our Zul'jin stacks, currently 18 out of 30. 26 Q stacks for Vala thus far. Zul'jin just firing those axes over the wall. Ting ting. Defensive positions for the Immortals are next. May just trying to stop the catapult before coming to the team. Little tap there from Arlu and Xenochrist. Top lane is kind of collapsing here. Xenochrist going to put Zul'jin in the cocoon. They've got to step up here. Bricky moves in. Nice save from Beachy Man. Self-light bomb comes out, gets the stun onto a Nubarak, but a good job by Arlu coming in with the blink heal save. 0-day attack pushing Top Gun away next. MDC splits the uprights with that jet propulsion. Gets the bunker out just in time. They're looking at 0-day attack. There's the root. MDC is super low, will get taken out by Greymane. Now Arlu being targeted by Top Gun. We got a 1-for-1 so far. Real big deal. Can't get the execute onto Bricky. Fenrir is rooted in range of Zul'jin. It's going to be Shut Up and Rage with the 2-for-1 so far. Man, that top wave just did so much work here. Continues to do work as Bricky has to move back for a moment. Finally able to take out that catapult. Top Gun and Hockett stepping up here. Not moving in too aggressively as Urel has returned. Bricky controlling the edge here. Does not have ult for 20 seconds. Put into the cocoon, but Anduin is going to be the one going down first. Battle continues as 0-day attack just keeps on putting the pressure onto Top Gun. Pops the Ardent Defender here. It's a little bit of healing done. 0-day attack. Uh-oh, did not get over the wall, and that will be it for the Space Goat. Unfortunate there. Orphea thrown away by the Avalanche. Shut Up and Rage still without Anduin. But are stepping up a little bit here. Hockett in trouble. Gonna be peeled for. Can't get in the bunker in time. That's Zul'jin to fall. Very nice. by start slow then taper off to be able to turn around and get that one. Anduin making their way back, so still a 4v4 situation. Big stun from MDC, double root as well. Oh, hit by the Immortal, the stun from the light bomb. Fenrir trying to trade out here. One dash is not enough. Orphea goes down. Beachy Man making some clutch plays around this Immortal for Shut Up and Rage. Vala now on 40 stacks, 36 for Zul'jin, well past the required threshold for the double spinning axe. Zero-day attack going to be stunned, going to be rooted, does not have an ult, and oh my goodness, zero-day attack is going to be run down next. Shut Up and Rage. Absolutely reversing the momentum here, but double stun from Xenochrist. Uh-oh, Bricky avoids the Immortal stun, but now Xenochrist just keeps on going in. They're going to require a save here. They're still kind of stuck on the defense, and they're getting a little bit light on resources. Urel still down for 15 seconds. Shut Up and Rage going to try one more time with this bunker to burn out this Immortal. Xenochrist comes into 2. Oh no, it's a double takedown. They get the objective, but now they're on the run. Shut Up and Rage. They're trying to make cheeky bunker plays, but Fenrir absolutely capitalized. And now Bricky's gone down. Huckett is going to be going down next. Start slow, then taper off after a very extended brawl. Managed to get the 4 takedowns. However, they did not get the objective. So they will just have to push forward with this wave. I don't... Yeah, there's no way they take the core here. Blaze and Anduin are going to be back. Vala's still up. Yeah, they're going to back up here. Start slow, then taper off. Definitely getting a little bit of a momentum lead there and a level lead. Ahead 18-17 right now. Shut Up and Rage, though. Let's check the bottom lane. Yeah, bottom lane's pretty open. If they get a big team fight victory, they could potentially rush through to the core. We are back to 5v5 action. Blaze on the top side, though, for Shut Up and Rage, so not going to be able to take a quick fight here. Bricky thinking about it anyway, stepping up. Is going to have to be saved there by Beachy Man. Using a couple traits there to get back to safety. Yeah, they don't want to take anything too crazy. Especially with Orphea and Brightwing now coming back to join the team. This could be exactly what Start Slow then Taper Off needs. Going into the backline, Xenochrist somehow doesn't get the stun there. Beachy Man turns around. Xenochrist in big trouble, stunned again, but Zul'jin is just ripped apart by Greymane. Wow, what a burst there from Real Big Dill. Zul'jin didn't even have time to hit the Taz Dingo. Great punish by Start Slow then Taper Off. Xenochrist turned around. Stunned, rooted. Start slow then taper off in a 5v4 situation for now. Next Immortal phase is spawning in. Shut Up and Rage, they've got a lot of space in that top lane though. So that won't be a threat for a while. MDC, big stun onto the front. Xenochrist turns it around, double stun onto Top Gun. Wally getting back up to safety, that's the Crushing Jaws used. MDC trying to set him up once again here. Top Gun put into the cocoon, though. That will be a team fight reset. 20 is about to be here for Start Slow then Taper Off. Looks like a Nubarak escaping there, though the Beetle betrays his position for now. MDC moves in, they get the stun. There's the follow-up. Oh, the ult goes out. I thought it was going to be a stun train from the Immortal. Nearly was. They're going to keep on working on Urel here. Zero-day attack goes over the wall. MDC trying to follow up, but a nice polymorph timing by Arlu prevents the jet propulsion from going off. Snowball cannon is popped. Not enough. Xenochrist managing to escape there. Shut Up and Rage have pushed away. Start slow then taper off for now, but now they're down level 20s. They got to be really careful about how they take this engage. Xenochrist just moving in. Oh no. The stun from the Immortal Huckett managing to move back. Zero-day attack trying to get forward here. Hits the itself unstoppable. And Zul'jin goes down. Beachy Man gets caught as well. Oh no, disaster for Shut Up and Rage. Real Big Dill continuing to move in there. May is put into the cocoon. They've got the double and it looks like they want more. Bricky gonna be poly, double stun on the front. There goes May. MDC falls next as Top Gun is trying to run away, but that is 4 there for start slow then taper off, and that's gonna allow them to just move into the core. They don't need any minions. They're just gonna move in and take this victory. Top Gun pushed away here. Still 20 seconds before anyone comes back, no doubt on this one. Force shielding goes down. Start slow, then taper off. They're still looking here. But the core will ultimately fall, and this series is going to be tied up 1-1. Very close map number 2 there, but well done. Start slow, then taper off. GG. What a game number 2. Shut Up and Rage. That close to closing out the series, but start slow then taper off, finding their feet and pushing forward in a big way, even things up, and are going to force a game number 3 here. What a set we have so far. Let's go to the post game. See what we got. Real Big Dill on the gray main, putting an exclamation point on it. Top siege, top hero damage, 8 killing blows on 0 deaths. What a performance there from Real Big Dill into what I thought was going to be super scary between the May and the Blaze for Greymane to do anything, but picked their spots super well in that matchup. Top Gun on the Vol and putting out a ton of hero damage there. It's pretty similar type performance, 82,000 on 6 killing blows and 1 death. Really, really close there on Battlefield. Take a look at the talents. Let's update the scoreboard. There we go. It's 1-1. And we'll get prepared for our final game of the night, game number 3. All right. It's Towers of Doom! Oh my goodness. Except, oh, they changed which team picked it. It was chosen by Start Slow Then Taper Off. I thought they had it set to Team 1 as first pick, but then they swapped it. All right, draft's up. Let's get in there. The draft is in. The draft is in. So, this time, Shut Up and Rage will have the first picked opportunity. So they will have to deal with the inevitable first pick Cho'Gall coming down from Start Slow Then Taper Off. Such is life, such is the way. We shall see if I'm right or not. Anubarak banned away. Anubarak would have been a good counter there versus Cho'Gall. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Would have been pretty good. Start slow, then taper off. Probably still Varian ban if I had to ban something. But let's see what they think. It's Varian. Yeah, that Varian in game number 1 was pretty spooky. I wouldn't want to see it again either. Shut Up and Rage. We've got the Anubarak controlled. They want to remove the tanks again here. Just go down the tank list. I'd be thinking about maybe a Brightwing ban, then take your tank early. Okay, so they're going to ban Johanna. Start slow, then taper off. They've been worried about Tychus and Stukov. Though those are usually paired with either Anubarak or Varian. They could work with Garrosh as well, if they're just worried about that big pick combo. They decide Vala's the one to take away from consideration. Beachy Man goes for that Stukov first here for Shut Up and Rage. So do you take the Tychus? Or are you just not worried about it if you start slow then taper off? I would just rip Anduin Genji. They are going to take the Tychus, though. Arlu locks it. Fenrir locks the Brightwing. I'd say a more measured response for sure than my crazy response. It's always interesting when you see the team just go, you know what, it's Genji Bomb time, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, there's that Garrosh I was talking about, so pretty nice that they picked up that Tychus, because I feel like that was exactly the plan of Shut Up and Rage. They get the Garrosh, they get the Hogger. So at this point, you're probably thinking about limiting additional engage options, your Maevs, your Zaryas, your Hanzos. Because just a Garrosh on the front line can get kinda neutered if you've got no way to actually move forward. I'm gonna ban Kel'Thuzad. I don't know if they've got Maiev in their bag, but Maiev Garrosh is a very annoying combo to deal with. Especially with the Stukov already on hand. Shut Up and Rage, they see the Brightwing, they see the Tychus, a lot of tanks already banned. But they don't want to see that Urel again. We'll take that away. I imagine it's just... You could save your tank till last. Is it just Zul'jin Blaze? Here for Real Big Dill and 0-day attack? Let's see. Well, taking the Muradin now, so they're going to leave the Flex here for 0-day attack. I figured Muradin was ultimately the pick, but, you know... Maybe they're just... Maybe 0-day attack's not thinking about Blaze. Shut Up and Rage. They need some damage to help follow up on this Garrosh. I think Hanzo's the choice, so you at least have some kind of engage. I mean, you've got Hogger flanks. Kael'thas can reach out. There's the Hanzo. Okay. Yeah, that's what you need. Nice pick there from Shut Up and Rage. Kael'thas to follow up on the Garrosh. 0-day attack goes for the Dahaka. I like the Dahaka. Dahaka doesn't really mind being thrown in by Garrosh. You can stay out front and block big arrows. Same with Muradin. You can get back there and try to pull forward one of those backliners. Stukov, Kael'thas, Hanzo, all of them are decent drag targets. I like that pick here from Start Slow then Taper Off. Really good. Alrighty. Let's do it. Game number 3, our last one of the day. On the left in the blue, once again, it is Start Slow, then Taper Off. Arlu on Tychus, Fenrir playing Brightwing. Real Big Dill on the Zul'jin. 0-day attack is on Dahaka, and Xenochrist is playing Muradin.
10 seconds.
On the right in the red, looking to move on is Shut Up and Rage. Bricky on the Garrosh. Beachy Man on Stukov. Huckett playing Kael'thas. Top Gun is on Hanzo. And MDC is playing Hogger. Game number 3 is now underway. Hanzo going auto attack quest here on 1. Kael'thas looking to gather globes for that arcane barrier. It'll be movement speed quest for Dahaka. Zul'jin, and of course, is stacking on that passive level 1. 0-day attack. Just waiting to see if there's a juicy drag target, not really wanting to go after Garrosh. We'll simply retreat to the top lane. Getting some dismounts there. As Bricky coming across will be denied by Fenrir. As someone who just played Garrosh and ARAM, going into a Brightwing is pretty annoying. Just walking forward and getting polymorphed all the time. Stinking ARAM Brightwings. Xenochrist hanging out on the bottom side, looking for an opportunity. Staying out of vision, as a good tank does. As the camp is available. Xenochrist coming across just to, you know, put the fear in him a little bit, but looks like it'll be a simple trade, left and right. Checking in on our offlane matchup, looks like Hogger getting the better of the health trade from so far. 0-day attack just heads back up to the top lane. Gotta be careful about getting too close to that wall. That's exactly what Garrosh wants. Getting slowed in polymorph, though. Ooh, great combo there onto Tychus. Arlu taking a little bit of a hit there, but Fenrir will heal the wounds. So it looks like Hogger is out-rotating Dahaka a little bit here. We'll see if Start Slow then Taper-Off's going to try to help out on that mid-rotation. Nice polymorph. They're looking at Bricky. Oh, what a bump back from the grenade, but it'll be tank for tank as our double first blood of this match. I suppose I should say this game. I was trying to get, you know, I was trying to get cheeky with it, and I said the wrong thing. Look at me go. Altars are activating our triple altar phase as is normal. Looks like we got a high side objective here, starting up on this spot. Will there be a simple trade on the top side, or will there be some cheekiness? It's always the agreement between the offlaners. Is like, you just gonna let me do my thing? I'll just let you do your thing? And it looks like that'll be the case. Real big deal. Just checking if you're paying attention. Just checking. Dahaka coming on down to the bottom lane looking for an engage. Tries to get the drag done. Bricky dodges that one. Trying to interrupt here, but no, doesn't get in range there. Will be polymorphed and pushed away. Start Slow then Taper Off, getting the sneaky 2-for-1 there. Right wing was able to finish channeling. Nice stun onto the front. There's the polymorph. Can Bricky get out of there? Looks like the answer is yes. Grenade not ready. Hanzo has finished up that redemption quest on 1 for the meantime. 8 stacks here for Kael'thas. 5 out of 30 for Zul'jin. Pretty close on levels. Both teams now getting their 7s. Just trading out the bottom camp once again. Feels kind of like these teams are just sort of waiting on level 10s before they get into any big scuffles. Xenochrist thrown over the top there, but we'll simply jump right back. Gotta watch that bomb. There you go. So far, neither team really helping out their off lane, but it feels like Hogger is ahead on those rotations. We'll see if Hogger can take the opportunity to possibly get a flank here for Shut Up and Rage. Arlu is spotted. Xenochrist warded away as well. Excuse me. Bricky, they're going to go after Xenochrist, and wow, look at that. Great follow-up from the backline, and that is Murden going down as this double altar phase starts.
Be swift, heroes. Do not.
Looks like Dahaka not coming down for this one. At least not yet. Fenrir, Arlu pushed away. Dahaka is coming in, but I think Dahaka's too late. Yeah, the channel is completed. So that's 2 for nothing there. 4 Shut Up and Rage. Bricky wants something but can't get close enough. Gets bumped by the grenade once again. Once again, very close on levels, getting close to that level 10. It's like Tychus coming up, possibly to interrupt the mid, but Hogger's already peeled on out of there. Xenochrist and Arlu. Thinking about watching a rotation. Oh, they see Bricky here. Xenochrist over the top. There's the Unstoppable. Denies the... Ooh, the bump back. Again, Arlu. Just a menace versus Garrosh here. 10s are in for both sides. Shut Up and Rage going with the Phoenix, Dragon Arrow, and Shockwave so far. MDC is dismounted. There's the Shockwave. Do they have the stun? They've got the hit. Another takedown. Start Slow then Taper Off. Starting to find their rhythm here. That's going to give 0 Day Attack some room as well. Looking at those heroics once again. Emerald Wind, Avatar, Isolation, Taz Dingo, and Commandeer Odin. And rounding it out for Shut Up and Rage is the Massive Shove and Decimate here for Garrosh. Xenochrist going in there looking for Beachy Man. Wow. Great punish here on the camp. They're going to get the takedown and the camp steal. Start slow, then taper off. Not tapering off at all right now. This double altar phase is coming up. Can they get here in time for the interrupt? Xenochrist will be dismounted. 0-day attack gets here to stop them. Zul'jin currently channeling the backside right now. Start slow, then taper off. Gonna get 4 shots from that. They're looking at Bricky. Nice stun. Garrosh goes down. 0-day attack absorbs the dragon arrow. As Top Gun gets over the wall there, Arlu doesn't have a cue to chase. Real Big Dill pushing away MDC. Fenrir pushing away Beachy Man. MDC thinking about going over the wall there with the shockwave. Does get 1 interrupt. Xenochrist in way deep here. Has to pop the Avatar to jump back. Beachy Man managing to evade. And that is the channel going over to start slow then taper off. Do we get a while we're here boss? Looks like no. Tahaka pushing the bottom lane is just going to dig on out of there. Sees Hogger on the top camp, but Hogger loses so little health taking these camps that still not going to go for it. I think Hogger could have won that trade, but do we have Lurker Strain? Yeah, no Lurker Strain either, so that's tough to push Hogger off the point too. Shut Up and Rage currently back 1 level right now. 13 talent tier gap has arrived. Xenochrist is looking for a little wraparound there, but no chase was given by Shut Up and Rage. Bricky trying not to throw anybody but Murd in here. There's the Unstoppable. Jumping on forward. Gets thrown in that time. Xenochrist takes a big hit on the way out there. Bricky, is in a little bit of trouble. Top Gun peeled for there by Beachy Man. Uh-oh. Bricky is regenning. Looks like it will be enough. Bricky trying to re-engage. Here comes MDC. There's the stun onto Fenrir, but Hogger is just ripped apart there by Tychus. I think Hogger came in on lower health than usual. This Tychus just seemed like in no time flat ripped through Hogger. Single bottom lane altar is spawning. Right wing trying to channel that one. Looks like it will be picked up no problem. 28-20 on core health. And start slow then taper off is definitely controlling the pace right now.
Like all the others.
You're losing touch, Raven Lord.
Sappers connect. Structure is getting close. Stun onto the front there, Bricky. Ooh, those axes once again. Just 1 axe shy of the takedown. We'll have to see what Zul'jin goes on 16, whether it's going to be that No Mercy or ignoring armor. Melting Point takedown, looks like yes. Xenochrist jumps in, they're looking at Bricky, thrown in further, there's the polymorph, there's the stun. Garrosh goes down, but look at that, the Kael'thas combo just ripping through the backline. Zul'jin and Brightwing are down, Beachy Man will be traded out, Arlu taken out. 3 for 2 so far, Huckett is stunned and removed, that's 3 for 3 now. Top Gun avoids the drag, Isolation just a bit short as well. The instant mount gets Top Gun back to safety. Unbelievable. Holy cow. 3 for 3 there. All the while, Hogger able to get away and start pushing the top lane. Triple altar phase coming up here. Both teams will be getting sort of back to safety. Uh-oh, here comes Brightwing. Top Gun could be in trouble. Where's the polymorph? There it is. There's no Stormbolt, though. It was already used. Hanzo gets away. Altars are activating. Real Big Dill trying to finish up these sappers. Tychus not wanting to be thrown in by Bricky. Has the first interrupt on the left. Looks like Hanzo's going to have the channel on the right. Brightwing's going to have the channel on the bottom side. 5 shots to 3 there. So our big battle is going to be over this top altar. 16's about to be here. Uh-oh, zero-day attack trying to pull Huckett on out of there. Big Dragon Arrow cuts off any further engagement. Somehow zero-day attack is going to get away. Beachy Man in some trouble here. Will be taken down. Fenrir starting to channel. Bricky a little bit short and will be taken out regardless. 5 more shots onto the core. Sappers pushing through the bottom lane are going to be another 3. 1, 2. Looks like the third one is stopped. So core health down to 8 and the boss ripped as well. That's 4 more shots. Start slow then taper off have exploded here in the mid game. Only 4 more shots needed to take the victory and move on. Shut up and rage. Backs against the wall here. They've evened up the map. They're going to take their sapper. We've got to take some big team fights here and push back on the map. Top tower going down. Garrosh, oh no, Garrosh is caught! What a drag from zero-day attack. Shut up and rage. They were looking for that fight, but Garrosh getting caught out is a tough one to swallow there. Start slow then taper off. There's a single altar phase coming up next. It's the last hope here for Shut Up and Rage. They have to stop them there. Altar is now spawning. Right now, Shut Up and Rage trying to take back the top tower while they can, but they've got to get over to that altar soon. Garrosh hopefully doesn't come through the tunnel. Looks like Hogger might be trying to go for a wraparound here. MDC not spotted. Oh, they're coming through. Here's Huckett. Here's Bricky. They're going to try to start a fight right now. But the team is split here. Shut Up and Rage is going to remain split. Top Gun with a nice double stun on the low side. Kael'thas going to be the first to go down. There goes Garrosh. MDC being hit as well. Good attempt there from Shut Up and Rage. They just ended up getting split. There goes Stukov. And this is going to be the game here. Start slow then taper off. Completes the comeback. And they will be moving forward into the next round of the playoffs. GG. Shut Up and Rage were that close in this series, putting up one heck of a fight for a 1 versus 8 matchup. Start slow then taper off, managed to come all the way through. Very nicely done. Let's go to the post game. Checking out the stats here. Arlu on the Tychus, top hero damage there for Start Slow then taper off. Dahaka doing huge work. 0 deaths on a massive amount of siege damage, soaking up all that XP. Doing global things. Nice job by Zero-Day Attack. Top Gun on the Hanzo. Nearly 49,000 hero damage for Shut Up and Rage on 0 deaths. Solid performance there. Start slow then taper off. Definitely running that map. Take a look at the talents here. So we'll put up the series score and we'll see if we can get an interview with our winning team. Hello, Zero-Day Attack. Congratulations on the comeback victory.
Hello, thank you. It was we were a little nervous after that first game.
It looked like they kind of caught you off guard there on Braxis. It was a revisiting from the earlier series in the regular season, and Shut Up and Rage absolutely came out swinging there. Was there something in the draft that didn't go your way, or was there just the energy kind of caught you off there in game number 1?
You know, I really didn't expect the Kerrigan, I'll be honest. So that was a great pick. And I think that a big part of it, we just might have misdrafted there a little bit too. I think they had a better draft in the first game, which clearly showed they had a great game. It kind of opposite of what happened last time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was. Going into game number 2, definitely one of the closest games of the series there. Battlefield of Eternity. Both teams had basically open cores by the end. Man, tell me about what comms are like, just even at the beginning of a map like that, where you know you've got to win or you're going home. Are you able to stay calm as a team? Is there sort of a veteran response there, or is there still some nerves?
I mean, I definitely feel the nerves, but we had some pretty calm comms during it too. We know that when we get excited or upset with ourselves that we start playing worse. So we knew we had to just keep a positive attitude and be optimistic about the match and know that we can get through it yet.
And very, very close there on game number 2 for sure. Towers of Doom seemed like you had everything sort of figured out from start to finish. Was there anything about the enemy draft that you felt you needed to adjust to in terms of how that game went, or did you feel like you just had the picks you needed?
I felt we had the picks we needed to win that one. I think we played our comp correctly, and I mean I think it showed there too. We kind of know what we had to do, and yeah, I was a little worried about their poke with the Kael'thas and Hanzo, but I think we were able to still play our comp how we wanted to play, and we still ekes out the win.
Tell me about the decision for Dahaka over Blaze in that last spot. I was thinking, maybe you just target down the front and use the Blaze to slow down the auto attacks or the spell power of the back line, but it seemed like you were instead going in, finding those deep drags. Do you feel like, it could have been one or the other, or Dahaka was the clear choice there?
Yeah, we definitely talked about both of them. I think either one could have worked there. We just ended up choosing the Hawk in the end. Just game 1 didn't go so well when I had Blaze. So
Yeah, sometimes you just got to change up the energy and go with what you're feeling, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, let's take a quick look at the bracket here. See what's been going on. It looks like on the other side of the bracket, 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers going to be taking on Anarchy in the next round. You're looking for the winner of ICC TBD and FenSad, which I believe is going on tonight, if I do recall.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean, tell me about just sort of the matchup with those teams. Is there one that you're more familiar with, one that you're looking to play again from the regular season more than the other?
I mean, we always like playing against ICC TBD. They're a team that we've scrimmed against a lot. And one of our old teammates back from Ravencourt League was he was on their team previously. He still is. He just doesn't play as much right now. So it's always fun to play against them. But I mean, as far as who we want to play against, I don't know. I mean, they're both gonna be great teams to play against. They're both very good, and I'm nervous for both of them.
Well, it's going to be a very exciting playoff picture here. As close as this series was in a 1v8, I can't imagine the other series are, lopsided at all. It's going to be pretty cool seeing this one come down to the end.
I agree. Yeah, it's one thing about this season is I feel like from top to bottom, it seems like every team can be competitive. Like we dropped games to some of the lower ranked teams, and like sometimes we'd 2-0 some of the higher ranked teams too. I mean, just this bracket it's a very close skill level, I believe.
Well, it'll be fun to watch for sure. Congrats on the 2-1 today. Congrats moving on to the next round. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Shout out to the team. I'm really happy that they were able to pull it back after the first match loss there, and pull it back and get the 2-1 here. Shout out to Shut Up and Rage. Those were some great games. I don't feel like I feel like they just all felt like they were hard to win, and they were a great opponent.
Very nice. All right, Zero Day Attack, thanks for coming on by once again, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.